Dude, it's been a lot of hours, and we are waiting. As we saw the plane footage earlier, there's also fans surrounding a hotel where, again, Kawhi may or may not be. Tweets are describing the scene in Toronto as a madhouse. We have Tim Reynolds here. There's some good news for Toronto. No one's posted any of these details to MySpace, so Kawhi is unaware.
He's aware.
He
wore a towel over his head when he got off the plane.
Zach Lowe, I hope there are decoy SUVs, and this is a decoy location. Oh, there's more. This is Yahoo Sports Canada. Talking to our in-house chiropractor and anatomy specialist, we've confirmed the hand-in-the-pocket lean with the chin tucked down posture does match that of Kawhi Leonard. Candace Buckner tweeting, right? Toronto, here's the rule. Never stalk your crush with a helicopter.
Now this is some common sense.
Right?
Finally.
Right? The rules of playing hard to get. Never stalk your crush with helicopter surveillance. This stuff is important. Our friend Tim again saying that one of the local stations in Toronto calling the Kawhi convoy the Kawanvoy. Yep. As Tim notes, this is the greatest league in the world. And Michael Grange from our friend from up in Canada. It will be sad if Kawhi changes his mind because he gets stuck in traffic on the Gardner Expressway of all the fans going to be
Rachel, you and I have been stuck in
outside
traffic.
the hotel. We have.
On the Gardner, going to the airport. And I have a little freak out.
Yeah.
It's been known to happen.
It's been known to happen. So don't worry, Kawhi. If this is happening to you, we here at The Jump understand. Molly, have you ever seen anything quite like this? We've seen LeBron's planes be tracked, but I'm not sure we've had a whole country talking about posture and sending local news helicopters to chase the convoy.
He grew up in Brooklyn. He's seen everything.
Well, that's true.
But what's amazing is Kawhi is the type of guy that's trying to keep everything under wraps and trying to be so secretive. That's almost impossible to do these days.
Yeah, and I mean, do you think that this will have any impact on the fact that this craziness is going on around us?
I think he's aware of the craziness. I think he knows exactly what's going to happen in Toronto. He was at the parade. I will say that it's just a little bit surprising. Most free agent business these days gets done here in LA or at the player's home,
right?
Which is, for Kawhi, is in Rancho Santa Fe, which is down near San Diego. We believe, and I have to say we believe, that the meetings with the Lakers and the Clippers have taken place over the last couple of days. Mm-hmm. So it would make sense that if he wanted to meet with the Raptors, he would meet with them today. But going to Toronto is a curveball. It means that he's just a little bit old school in how he does it, is all it means. And even in contacting people involved with the Raptors, they're making it very clear that this is not, there's like no indication this is happening. And I don't even think that the Raptors exactly know what his intentions are when he comes to this meeting. So he's done a very good job of being very professional about this. And I actually think, in honesty, in 2019, when the reporting is so very good and the leaking is so very heavy, that this has basically stayed under wraps. And one of the reasons why people are reacting so strongly to this, in addition because it's on video, is that there hasn't been any news at all. So that's why it's really interesting.
Do you think that the Raptors are concerned that this got out the way it is? You've spent a lot of time around that organization.
I don't think that the Raptors would believe that they would be blamed for aerial footage of a person limping down a staircase.
There's, of course, the fans piecing together the hotel was a post on a message board that someone who worked at the hotel saying they saw a Raptors name on a reservation. And then, of course, that made its way to Reddit. And, of course, that made its way to the rest of the world.
I mean, one of these, Kawhi strikes me as pretty rational. I mean, I think it's one thing to hold teams to accountability for just egregious leaking. I don't think Kawhi would ever hold it against a team because rogue employees in hospitality are all of a sudden sort of room 1218.
Right.
I think he's pretty rational.
Right, exactly. Here goes the phone.
I would say this, though. Going in with fanfare is fine. Mm-hmm. He might need a decoy if he's going to leave.
Well, that is true, and that is something interesting to think about. I think one of the biggest things that LeBron James and his whole team learned around the decision was playing with fans' emotions is dangerous, right? Because then the crash is so much heavier if you've raised the hopes up higher. So making it a game, making it a spectacle, sort of dangling things in front of people and then taking them away is a lot harder to deal with than doing something sort of quietly, which is Kawhi's MO. And it's not necessarily his fault that all this is going around, but going to Toronto and having a lot of people in Toronto sort of naturally thinking, oh, well, why would he come all the way back here if it wasn't to resign? I wonder what will happen if he makes another decision. I don't know. I'm just saying that we've seen versions of this before when fans' hopes really get raised.
This was a really hot topic all spring in Toronto, right? Which is, what if Kawhi leaves? And I think my sense is Raptor fans, exuberant as they are, I don't think it'll be Armageddon for a couple reasons. One is he brought them a championship, right? And we've known that like the fans' ire is directly proportional to the championships they missed out on. And number two, he never asked to be there to begin with, right? Like this was against his will. He was sent to this city. He embraced it. He led the team to a title, but. So he wouldn't be penalized by this. I imagine they're going to be really disappointed for no other reason than their team won't be kind of in contention next year. But I think that he has goodwill because A, not that he was a hostage, but he wasn't assigned there, and B, he did do exactly what he was brought to do. He came in professionally. He led that team to a championship. He didn't sulk. He did it in the most dramatic of fashion. He provided them with one of the greatest sports moments. Not just the finals, but that shot against Philadelphia is still in Toronto lore. I just can't even describe it. It is indelible. So I don't think there'll be this mass outrage. Do you?
Well, I think the fans also, we talked about yesterday, have grown more comfortable with guys moving teams, superstars. When they have their ability to move, they may change teams. And Windy did a good job of chronicling the history of different free agent signings in the past. And I remember when LeBron did do his decision, I was in New York and just trying to put the dots together on my own. He was in Greenwich, Connecticut, right? So you thought he was going to go right down to Westchester.
To Philly. Or he went from Cleveland to Connecticut to Miami and didn't sign in Cleveland or Connecticut.
Right.
And then if KD flew to Oakland to make his announcement he's going to Brooklyn, would be strange.
Right,
but the sentiment has changed for these players, right? So people understand now when they have the ability to move, they very well may do so.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.